Hello, good morning and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxter, on the panel on this pre-match show, Motherwell versus Rangers. It's Bridgeman and, of course, the one and only Fox. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Morning, guys.
Morning. Well, can I say a big good evening to you guys? Sorry, good morning to you guys. And a good morning to all the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good morning. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
Sorry about the horses yesterday, boys. I think they both fell at the first fence.
Aye. Very good.
Anyway, team news. You got the team there, Bridge?
I got the team here, buddy.
Yeah, on you go, mate. Let's hear it.
Just bear with me a wee minute. I'll do that. Now it's McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic, Flanagan, Kamara, Davis and Jack, Candias, Arfield and Defoe.
I think I'd made the debate. You thought Middleton maybe. I see he's on the bench. Fox, you got the substitutes, Bridge?
I've not got the substitutes, pal. I'm on the website, on the Rangers website, and you've got them. Okay, pal.
It's Fodds, Worrell, Halliday, McCrory, Grester, Middleton and Lafferty. Find that strange that Andy Halliday can make the bench, but can he make the first team? Do you not think that's strange?
I get it, but Flanagan done okay. He done okay, yeah?
He done okay, but Andy's been a bit better and more settled in that position than...
And it's naturally left-footed, eh?
Aye.
Interesting. That'll be the only controversial thing, I think. Well, maybe Middleton, as you wanted Middleton in. I did predict that Candias would come in. No surprise. And I think Candias might play in that free role that Kent played in. And we'll see what it takes us, Bridger.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, pal. Looks quite a strong team, truth be told, you know. I'd be really interested to see how Katic copes today, because I can't remember the boy's name, their centre forward. He's quite a tough wee guy, you know.
Don't know if he's still there, Bridge.
I think he is. I think he's a guy that's... what the hell's the boy's name now? For the life of me, I can't remember his name. Not Molt, of course.
Oh, the other boy that was there before, the stocky lad.
Aye, up at... they're talking about...
Curtis Main.
Curtis Main, that's him.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
one.
Fox.
Is he still there, Fox?
Of course he is.
I think he is, pal. So he's scored against us before. He's caused us bother before. So it'll be interesting to see how Katic copes with that. And Goldson, of course, you know, but...
Anyway, we've been joined with our first caller. That was quick.
Aye.
Pool Ranger has come in.
How you doing, boys?
How we doing, Pool?
No bad, boys, no bad.
What's your thoughts on the team?
Strong. Seems a strong enough team, eh? What do you think? What formation's that up? Do you think you go with the day? 4-3-2-1 or what?
Exact same as Wednesday for me, mate. Exact same.
Candias with the free roll where Kent was.
Aye. That's the way I see it. Do you see any different, Fox?
Well, that system that played on Wednesday was more fluid than the 4-3-3 system, so I would expect Kamara and Jack to sit as the two defensive midfielders and allow Stephen Davis to get a bit of freedom. And
Arfield link up with the four.
Aye. Arfield, Candias, Arfield, and who's on the left?
I think it would be Candias, mate, looking at that setup. That's the way I see it.
Aye. Unless he is going to play a 3 and Arfield's going to go more to the left. I don't know how they're going to set up. We'll need to wait till it starts. Be interesting for me is Flanagan against the young boy Hasty.
You don't think they're going to play a 4-4-2?
No chance.
Do you think that's going to happen?
No chance. No. You've been at the funny fags again, Bridge.
No, I'm looking at the players. And,
how would you set that up with that personnel?
Or 4-2, I don't know, 4-2-1-3 or something. It's not a straight 4-3-3.
It'll be the exact same as Wednesday night. If it's no broke, don't fix it. Bull Ranger.
Well, I've said that all the time, absolutely.
Bull Ranger.
Aye, exactly. After the other night, they played well the other night. It's another frustrating weekend, really, guys, isn't it? After them dropping points again yesterday. You know what I mean? It's whether they would have dropped them if story, but you see them, they're not a good team. They've dropped it, and all these silly draws that we've had through the season, that's what's killed us.
I think, Poole, we're seeing the way Livingston probably played against them yesterday is what we've had to face all season. 10 men behind the ball, definitely. And very, very hard to break down. I'm expecting Motherwell today to be something similar. I hope to hit us on the break. So it's been hard for us this season. We've been complaining about it all the time, but 10 men behind the ball is the way most teams play against us. And you need somebody special to break that down, and we have struggled in that to find that player that's going to do it, you know.
It's not been good to watch at times, but I think we'll be better for it next season, Poole.
It's been a big learning curve and all for Gerrard, isn't it? And players and try cut their formations. It was always going to be a hard one his first season. All right, he's done all right, and going ahead next season. I think he'll get it right next season. I think he'll get it right.
I hope so. I hope you're spot on. But first and foremost, we need to win the day, Bridgeman.
100%, pal. Here it is. We've got another massive game, biggest game of our season. Second spots, we're in danger. You know, we've got to go out there and win. As simple as that. We've got to go out there and win and secure as much as possible second spot. I don't want MD taking second spot off us. I think it's absolutely imperative we finish second. At least finish second. I think they got a fright yesterday, Foxy. I think they got a fright yesterday.
Big Katic is back. I'm glad of that. Him and Goldson at the back.
I think he intimated that Worrell might not be playing because of a knock. He did say he picked up a knee injury at the back end of the game on Wednesday evening.
I think it's all about the service. I'll see if we can get the ball into Defoe. I thought Defoe's movement on Wednesday night was brilliant. His hold-up play and his movement was fantastic Wednesday night. And if we can get the ball into that boy, he'll get his goals. He'll score plenty of goals for us.
If he scores a couple today, and hopefully he does, and sends his own 3 points, Fox's goals per minutes on the pitch is superb.
Aye, can't complain about his contribution when he's been on the park. Be interesting to see how he plays today with the Motherwell defence, mate. We know what like they are. His body's first, ball second. You know what I mean? And I think he'll get roughed up today, mate, as a lot of the Rangers players will. Even although they have nothing really to play for, I think they'll just still play the same way. Boot everything in front of them and try and hit us on the break.
All right. There was the team again, Bridgeman.
The team is McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic and Flanagan, Kamara, Davis and Jack, Candias, Arfield and Defoe.
Substitutes?
Substitutes are Foderingham, Worrell, Lafferty, Halliday, McCrory, Gresda and Middleton.
So people want to join us and give us their thoughts. What's the number, Fox?
0141 356 1972.
Join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We'll be brought into the call by the one and only Old School Blue. So we go today, and I think it'll be the same formation for me, Poole Ranger. Defoe, Fox thinks, but do you think his movement and his experience will keep him out of trouble?
Aye, I like that. He's a strong wee fella, I know. He might only be small, but he's strong. He proved that all night against the big Heart defenders. I thought his hold-up played all night. His hold-up played all night, but it was really, really good. So he was.
Fox, you mentioned physicality. Do you think you'll play against anybody more physical than Christian Berra?
Aye, I think Motherwell have got a right couple of dirty gits at the back, mate. The one time I enjoyed playing against them when we thumped them 7-1. I think that was back in November, wasn't it? We absolutely tore them apart, and whether we'll get that for part of the day, I doubt, mate. I think it was going to be very close today.
If we could play half as well as we played the other night against Hearts, they'll collapse. They can't cope with that. We're far too quick. Our passing's too crisp. They will never be able to cope with that. go back to what Oxley was saying. It's going to be very physical up front, or they'll want it that way. And I'm sure that wee fella's got great technique up front. He's played against tough guys before. I'm sure he can handle it.
If we pass the ball like we did on Wednesday night, for me, we win the game, Bridge.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely.
What we'll find out is the character of some people in this team today. There's basically nothing to play for but pride and for the support that travels through to Motherwell. I hope they're as committed as they possibly can be and get us a result. Results are important at this present time.
What's a big performance of Candace, lads, there? Because the last few games he's not been at it at all. He needs to step up the day.
Aye, I'd agree with that.
I think we may not be fighting for his future, Candace, because I don't think he'll be at Ibrox next season.
I've been critical of Candace. I can't fault his work ethic. I can't fault his endeavour and how he works for the team, but he just lacks a wee bit of quality. He shows it in glimpses, which makes it very frustrating, Paul.
That's the thing. It comes back down to a lot of the thing with our team is consistency, innit? It's consistency. He'll maybe have a good game, 1 in every 4. You know what I mean? And sometimes he's got plenty of space. He's plenty of pace to take on a man. Sometimes his final ball's terrible and all, though. His
game's never been about beating a man, but anyway, talking about people who are very, very consistent. We've been joined by JFK. Morning, JFK. Just back for church, son.
Morning, guys. I'm just back for church called bed, mate. I'm only at my bed 10 minutes.
What a shocker. What a shocker.
All right, Pool Ranger, Bridge, Fox,
how you doing, mate?
Ox, yeah, no, you guys out there. We've got a fuzzy head. So it's alcohol and juice, yeah. So I've just had my first in the day, which is a cup of tea. So can somebody light me with the team? I've just switched my PC on.
I'll read the team out to you, pal. It's McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic and Flanagan, Kamara, Davis and Jack, Candace, Arfield and Defoe. Subs,
right.
Fotheringham, Worrell, Lafferty, Halliday, McCrory, Gresda and Middleton.
I suppose the talking point will be Andy Halliday not coming back in. That'll be the talk on the terraces, JFK.
I would think so, I definitely think. I thought he would have stick on to start the day. I heard Pool Ranger there talking about the Candy Man. You know, I think as well this is his final season. That's another day. But I'm quite surprised he's went with Flanagan there instead of Andy Halliday. So that'll be interesting. Do you think we'll set up the same way, Fox, a 4-2-3-1 or whatever? What do you think?
Aye, hopefully, pal. Right. I think Flanagan's in for his pace against Hasty, mate, rather than probably, Halliday. You know, Halliday hasn't got the greatest of pace, but Flanagan is he's not explosively fast, but he's faster than Halliday. And I think he'll give him a couple of nice wee tackles early in the game and see if we can end his commitment to the Motherwell team, you know.
Yeah, it's my type of player. Hit them hard, hit them quick, make them know you're in the game. Aye, definitely.
And Katic back in at centre back, JFK. Are you surprised at that, or do you think you intimated that Worrell was going to be 100% in the presser?
I think he's only there because Worrell isn't fit. Oxshire.
Worrell's on the bench, mate.
Aye, but he did indicate that he wasn't fully fit, so maybe he didn't want to take the chance with Worrell, you know. So he's bringing a fit man in Katic. Then that's better that way than maybe playing a man who's maybe 60-70% fit. So, aye, well we'll see. But Katic owes us a couple of decent games. He owes us a game the day definitely. So, aye, we'll go with that. The enforced changes because of the suspensions, etc. You know, obviously Andy Halliday for me, I thought he'd have been straight back in after his 1 game ban, but no, Katic all day for me as long as we know he can perform. You know, but we want the Katic that we had when he first came to Ibrox Oxshire because I think it was a revelation at times. But
He is very young, Bridgeman, so playing his trade, maybe Gerrard's got it right. Maybe we'll have a better player on our hands next season.
Well, I really hope so, because when he first came in and he was full of vim and he looked really good. He looked apart. I'm not saying he was the best centre-half or even the best football player that you've ever seen, but my goodness gracious, a big tall fella and scored a couple of goals, you know. Because, in other words, he was a danger to the other teams. So I think that wee problem with people back home, you know, a bit of personal business back home, that caused them a bit of issues and a couple of wee knocks. He's coming back. You're right. It's a good chance that Gerrard's got this right spot on with him. And go easy. He's got another couple of years in his contract. So let him get that. Let's get to the end of this year. And Katic might be one of the guys that he's going to build the team around. I don't know. Well, I hope he's going to keep him because he'll be a good squad member. But I do hope he brings in a big centre-half that's a left-footed, particularly left-footed centre-half.
Mm-hmm. It really doesn't matter what we say. It's only what Albert says it matters.
Of course.
Only what Albert says, who stays and who goes Fox.
Right.
Well, he's got the list.
He sent it to Stevie G.
Schindler. When they call Albert Schindler, with a list,
with his
Schindler's list.
No, I think you would better call him Brams's list. But it sounds
Aye.
That's a good one. I like that.
Well, we'll see. Candias, mate, we've not seen him sort of playing the left. It'll be interesting because obviously Kent's right-footed as well, Pool Ranger.
Aye. Well, I just think he's a good enough player. As you said, you can't even fault his effort, but I just think he lacks that quality that we need, and that's how I don't think he'll be there next season. The boy can only try as much as he can try for the rest of the season, but for me, I don't think he'll be there next season.
Fox, you were saying that you quite enjoyed, and obviously when you sit at the game in the second half when you seen Tav coming forward into space rather than Candias in front of him, did you prefer that?
I did, mate. He seemed to have more room to work, and it didn't draw maybe three defenders against the two when Candias is playing. And the one thing about Tav on Wednesday night was he played the ball for deep rather than trying to get to the edge of the 18-yard box. He was whipping them in for about 30 yards out. And I think that made a wee bit of difference to us. Didn't allow the centre-backs at the back to get settled before they whipped the ball in, you know. So I hope it's the same today.
It has to come in quite quickly for Defoe anyway, hasn't it? He's got to get a chance to get near it. But I thought his hold-up play was excellent the other night. Just wonderful to watch. Wonderful.
That'd have been a rare goal if, I know Arfield got a nice finish, but if Defoe would have finished that move, you'd have got a right good view of that. And that would have been an excellent goal. 2
passes, ball in the net. Fabulous. It would have been a fabulous goal. Really and truly. A classic. Great ball by Tavernier. Great ball.
Tav fall for the 3 goals, GFK. I don't want to turn into the Tav show what happened on Friday night, but because I believe that I've heard it in good authority, Fox, that somebody ended up in Orlando General after listening to the archives on Friday night.
Oh, would that be the sailor man?
Well, I've just asked no names, no practical. So we'll see how it takes us, GFK.
I know in the last couple of nights I've been very critical of Tav, and I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just think his defending is quite poor at times. But I agree with Fox here. Going forward now, I think he's a cracking player. But I mean, if he's going to be just there as a defender, then he's got to waken his ideas up and start playing a bit better as a defender. But I rate him going forward. The role he was playing the other night, I'm quite happy for him to go forward when he does that, because I think if he can get the decent balls in, and as we know he can, then it produces goals for us. So I'll hold my judgment on that now, but I still say that he needs to defend a bit better than he does at games, you know. And I can appreciate Fox giving his stats and all that, and about these stats, but as I still say, I think defensively, I think he needs to wake up a wee bit.
I don't think you're alone in that opinion, mate, but what about the other side of the park where Barisic looks as if he's still injured, Pool Ranger?
Aye, well, same as the guys. I thought Halliday would have come straight in today, but I can understand, obviously, with Flanagan and the pace and that out wide. Barisic, I just don't know where this boy, just injury after injury after injury, innit? Is he going to be there next season? That's another ifs and but, innit?
Yeah.
You know, speaking about Flanagan, I was delighted to see him playing the other night, the way he played. And there was a wee bit pace in his game. And I got to thinking, I'm wondering if, you know, I don't know how many games he had played before he came to Rangers. I don't know if he'd been sort of left out the team and so on and so forth and just never got any games due to whatever problems he's had.
I don't think he played too many games.
I'm saying that. I don't think he had. He came to Rangers when he was playing for us. Initially, it looked not too bad, but then after about 4 or 5 games, you could see his game slowing down. It looks like it. So just, you know, the rest of this, up to now of the season, getting a few games here and there and getting full training and things like that just might have made him a better player, hopefully. And I'm not saying he's a great left back, so forgive me if it sounds like that. But I do think I was very pleased with him, very, very pleased with him. Except for that one tackle, and I was asking you guys about it, and you were saying that he caught him. I didn't think he'd caught him. I thought the guy went down, but about what you guys have said, so some of you guys saw it in the telly, I didn't. You know.
To be fair in Flanagan, Fox, would there be somebody? I mean, I know we'll get an American boy we've no seen, so we can't judge. But he can cover a few positions for you. Is he an ideal squad man? Whether you like him or if you go that way, Andy Halliday. I don't know if I would like to see Andy play at right back right enough, being so left footed. But Flanagan has a go at left back. He can obviously cover if an emergency in central defence. We've seen that before when we played a 3 at Motherwell the last time we played, which was a bizarre thing we done. We changed our whole setup. I think it's one of the only times we've done it. We were a few goals down and we're 3-2 up at half time in a tremendous first half performance. But Flanagan would be cover for a few positions. Fox, is he not an ideal squad man? Fox? On you go, Bridge.
I think...
Yeah. Go on, Foxy. Go on, pal. No problem.
I'm just going to say, I think we're looking for better than Flanagan next year, you know.
That's a fair comment, mate. Fair comment.
But we don't see, I dare say at this point in time, we don't see the right back area being a problem unless, of course, God forbid, that Tav gets a wee injury, a big drop in form, or indeed leaves. I don't know, but I think that Flanagan would probably fit right in there as a right back. But you would lose all the talent going forward. That's
I think
the
right back replacement, if Tav goes, is on the bench today. There you go.
On the bench today.
Ross McCrory.
Well done, Poole. And then we go. Only time will tell. Who's scoring the goal for us today? Are we relying on Defoe the same as we were relying on Morelos, or the way we played on Wednesday night where we're looking, everybody's getting in about it? GFK?
I think if we go the same way we did on the night, I think the goals will come from more than Defoe. Arfield again scored, as we know. So, I mean, Defoe's the main striker. He holds that position until Fred returns, whatever way. So, I'm just scanning the papers there this morning on the internet, and I think that's a great comment that Stevie G makes, that he's making Jermaine Defoe part of his plans for next season. So, that could only give him a boost of confidence going into the next few games. So, I would go for I'm going to go here and say that we're going to mollocate them. And I'm going to go for a Jermaine Defoe hat-trick.
You can't use that word.
Okay, a roasting, 3-0, hat-trick.
A roasting. Yeah, you can have that one, mate. Mollocates, Bridges word. Anyway, we'll be joined by a caller. Morning. No, have we?
No, it's just me again, Ops. I got cut off and had to go back.
All right, do you need money for your phone, mate? Fox?
I know, man. I ran out there. I had to go get another 10 bob.
Who's getting the goals for you, Bridge?
I'd go for Arfield and Defoe. I think it's going to be one. I think it's going to be Arfield who will score it. But I hope it's more, and I hope Defoe gets a couple, to be honest.
Would it be a good thing if Defoe kept scoring and Alfredo got the next time he come back, he'd be on the bench. I know it would be against maybe Hibs. Is it Hibs? It'd be Hibs. At Ibrox, would it maybe no teach him a big lesson?
Yep.
Am I punishing him too much there?
I think. Sorry, Jimmy. Go on.
I don't think you'd be punishing him, Oxshare. I think what it is if Sput said maybe he's been supposing Defoe does go on a golden streak of scoring a few goals now. What does that do for his confidence if the manager turns in and says you're on the bench for the next game? I mean, apart from fining Alfredo, he's got to actually give him another punishment, and that should be a punishment of a. Well, you're not to sit on the bench now because the guy here's maybe scored. Say, suppose Defoe scores 7 or 8 goals. But to me, you can't drop him. I mean, he's in fire then, as they say, innit? So I would be reluctant to drop him, but time will tell.
See when we played on Wednesday, our 3 front men played a lot narrower than we normally do, I thought. And I think Morelos could fit into the Candias role, mate, where the two of them can play.
You've said that before, Fox. You're probably right. You mentioned that a few times.
When he comes back. Sorry, pal. Sorry.
It'd be good. I mean, obviously, the first thing about that statement was, Bridge, that Defoe goes on a run of scoring goals. Yeah,
these are the things that we all hope for, and more competition the better, as we used to say, and we still do. But I think if we want to get anything out of Morelos from a financial perspective, we have to get him back playing as quickly as possible. Obviously, we don't want to put too much in, take any too many chances in, but we need to make sure the guy's okay, and the crowd love him. The crowd love him. Games at Ibrox is what he lives for. So as soon as possible, get him back onto Ibrox. I would say, as soon as possible. He might not be fit because you get 4 games off, so that's a long time,
Do you mean that? Do you mean that Bridge is a selling point, mate? Do you mean to get him into the team? But my thinking is I can see where Fox is thinking about there could be a space for the two of them. But supposing there isn't, I mean, I would be reluctant to drop Defoe if he was banging the goals in. So would you just bring Morelos in for the sake of just selling him on?
No. What I'm saying is that as soon as it's possible. But if Defoe's scoring a lot of goals, it's the same with Morelos.
Yeah.
You said before we brought Defoe in. He couldn't get a game because Morelos was banging the goals in. So there's very little.
Yeah.
Once you see if Defoe scores another 2 or 3 or 4 goals, as you say, then anybody worth their salt is always going to turn and say, no. Well, Alfredo, you're just going to have to wait. Simple as that, That'll
be interesting to see how it pans out. But as I said, the first catalyst of that Pool Ranger is that Defoe goes in a run of scoring goals, which takes us to victories.
Well, that's all we need to know. Alfredo's not there, and Defoe's the man to know. So he's a man. He's a man in place here. And if, as the boys were saying, if he keeps scoring, then that's just the way it is. Morelos has only got yourself to blame.
Yep.
He's only got yourself to blame.
All right, for the boys who have just joined us, Bridge, can you give us the team, mate?
The team is McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic and Flanagan, Kamara, Davis and Jack, Candeas, Arfield and Defoe. Substitutes, Fotheringham, Worrell, Lafferty, Halliday, McCrory, Gresda and Middleton.
All right,
Getting McAllister in the dugout today, I know, boys, innit? Gerard's in the stand today.
Aye, Gerard took his... Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? You get a better view in the stand.
Of course you do, aye.
Fox?
I don't think it'll do him any harm to sit up there and get a different view on the game. As you know, down at dugout level, you don't see as much, that for me anyway, the play. I think that was why Walter used to sit up in the stand at times, and where you can see a bit better where the space is, where our weaknesses are. And I don't think you get the same view at dugout level for me.
I'm trying to remember that game when Walter was hitting Gerard and sending him down the dugout.
That's how odd that view is how all the Rangers supporters can see exactly what's going on and tell Stephen Gerrard what he's doing wrong. You get a better view for up high, I think.
Can I say, I just hope, I'm not being funny when I say this, I can't say it properly without laughing. I hope that Rangers don't go out and sully the name of Scottish football like they did last week. 3 men sent off, or 3 red cards, and a red card to the manager. Nothing short of disgraceful. And this is what the press are saying. We have to watch what they say.
Why would we raise that, Bridge?
Exactly. I'm being facetious. So it's only a joke. It's
It's not a very good one.
Well, I'm just trying to say to you, this is what they're saying all over the papers and all over all the media. That's what they're saying. Rangers, bad.
Who's interested in what they say? Yeah.
No, I'm not anyway.
Exactly. Well, why say it? Because
I think that's a good joke. You just missed it.
Right. Anybody else? GFK's fell off his seat.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's a shocker. What do you think of the boy Hasty? I can't remember who it was that came in the other night and said it had a hot off the press that he'd already refused to...
Wheels it was.
Was it Wheels? Do you think we should be giving him a good clugging today? A fair clugging, just to let him know what he's missing?
I'm hearing that potentially the deal isn't dead, mate.
Well, all right.
So we'll just wait and see. And as Fox, I think it was Fox said a couple of weeks ago, the rumour mill stage you're in this time of the season, you really don't know what you see them paraded in front of you with a strip on,
Yeah. I've heard the Greg Stewart thing is far advanced.
Well, I told you, the boots turned up at Auchenhowie or the Hummel Training Centre with GS on them. I told you that.
Yeah, you did, pal. You did give credit for that.
Yes.
Based on the news I saw about Gordon Strachan, he's in the shit, so it's not his boots.
Oh, you keep away from him. You keep away from that. But Fox, can we bar him? Or does he come part of the show?
Oh, he's getting worse, mate. He told me before we came on air that the paper said the SNP were doing a good job in Scotland, so you can take what you want out of that.
You're at it now.
Oh, dear.
That's shocking, you.
Well, we'll get him to take that Diana poster down for above his bed.
Diana, but oh my God, stop.
That's what she kept saying.
Jimmy, what are you like?
Anyway, so we go today, and obviously we're missing Kent, who looks as if he's become a big game player, if that makes any sense. I didn't think he was fantastic Wednesday night. He wasn't in the top 5 for me in my performances. But the 2 big games that he played in against them traditionally, he's shone in the game up at Pittodrie. He's shone as well. So becoming a big game player, is that a good thing, or do you want consistency? Pool Ranger then JFK.
Consistency is good. But when you've got players, special players like that can turn it on for the big games, I think you always need 1 or 2 of them Ox in the big games. You always need somebody that can turn it on in the big games. We do like consistency, but see if we've got a player or 2 like Kent, what he's done in the Old Firm games, we've got players like that can turn it on in big games. We need that and all.
JFK.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. He is the player of the moment, as you saying it. I mean, he's the 2 big games and that, and he played very well. But looking at the team that's out today, and the pool of players that we do have now, we've been saying that for months now. It's building up to a decent pool. I know we've all got our favourites and ones that we don't think should maybe get into the pool, but I don't think we'll miss Kent much today. I like the way that he's going to set the team out. I'm falling into Fox's camp. I'm liking the way this system's played.
Don't date, mate. He hooks you in.
No, I do. I like it, and I like his idea in the future of maybe putting Alfredo in there. So I'm in the Fox camp with that. So Ryan Jack is there, and I'm
for a drink. You can't remember getting home. He does it. That's what he does.
I don't think we'll miss Kent that much. I know against Motherwell we will anyway. So. I don't think it'll be a big miss for us in that, but the team looks strong enough. Obviously, a couple of wee tweaks he's put in it, which I thought was surprising. But hey ho, I think it's a good team, mate.
Camp Fox.
The really like Ryan Kent. He's like all wingers, mate. They're a wee bit inconsistent at times. There's games are tremendous and games are just average. The one thing I like about Kent, he's the only person in the team that can really beat a man. He wins his free kicks in and around the box because his skill gets him by players and then they've got to foul him. It's just our problem that we can't make enough out of free kicks and corners. But for me, I hope we have him next year. I think the deal will be done and we'll get him in another year's loan.
Interesting stuff, Paul Ranger.
Aye, Gerrard's going to try his best to get him. And I think I heard Gerrard speak the other day and he said that as long as Liverpool don't, if Liverpool want to sell him, then it's curtains in it. But if they don't want to sell him, they're willing to loan him. Gerrard says we'll be at the table. And I think he wants to. He's happy. You can see the boy. He's happy playing football with us. I think he struggled. He struggled at Bristol. He was out at Freiburg or somebody like that. And he's not really hit the ground running everywhere else. He seems to be happy with us. He knows Gerrard. Gerrard's known him for a long time. I think he just fits. I think Rangers and Ryan Kent just fit. And Gerrard's influence there. I think he might be there next season on loan as well.
All right, so how's the game going today, Bridge? Oh, no.
What?
How's it going today?
Well, I'm hoping we score a lot of goals against this mob.
What are you going for?
I'm going to be ultra cautious and go 1-0 for us. But I hope we go in and absolutely mollocate them, of course. And by the way, about Ryan Kent, it's a tragedy that boy's got that 2-game ban. A tragedy for him and a tragedy for us. So I think he's one of the best players that we've ever had. But based on his last 4 or 5 months performances, he's been excellent for us. And that game he played against Hearts, he was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. I thought he was great.
1-0. GFK, how's it going today?
Put my cards on the table early on, mate. I'm going for a 3 or 4-0 with a Defoe hat-trick.
Oh. Well, they got a price on that. On you go, Paul Ranger. How's it going for you?
3-1.
3-1.
3-1 to the Bears.
Oh. Fox?
With Motherwell having nothing to play for it, I don't know if they'll come out and make a game of it. If they make a game of it, I think it'll be 2-1 to us.
All right, I'm going to go for the same score as Wednesday night, 3-0 for the Rangers. Aye.
Well done, pal.
And I'll get Defoe to get the first again, yeah? I'm not going for a hat-trick for him, but hopefully he gets a brace, GFK.
Yeah, a brace or a hat-trick will do us, pal. Definitely.
Right, who you going for first goal scorer then?
Defoe.
I'm going to go for Stephen Davis today. I've got a feeling he'll score today.
Oh, the vibes there. I'll go for Defoe, first goal.
He played well on Wednesday night, Stephen Davis, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He just prodded and pushed us about the park, didn't he? You know, it looked like the Stephen Davis we know. I know it was a few years ago, but he did look like him on Wednesday night.
I think the games for Northern Ireland done him the world of good talks, didn't he? He getting 2 full 90 minutes with Northern Ireland, and he had the game with us before that as well. So that was 3 90 minutes under his belt, and since then he's just flying now.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
Right.
Agree with that.
Stephen Davis is coming to form. Hopefully at the same time as Defoe, and they maintain that form to the end of the season, because we're going to need them. That's for sure. We're going to need them.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting the way they both had the header on fire, but after Wednesday night we've seen their qualities, GFK.
Well, the manager did say that, you know, that they've now come onto a game, you know, that was unfortunately they didn't get the starts that they too hoped and he'd hoped they would get. So I think, and as Paul Ranger there said, you know, the 2 Northern Ireland games, especially for Stephen Davis, have definitely been good for him and especially good for us. So I know he's a bit older since he obviously played for us before, but it looked in parts like the old Steve Davis that we all love. So onwards and upwards with that. Let's hope he's here next season performing like that. And Defoe as well. So, and obviously Ryan Jack. I'd love to see him more than anybody.
Anyway, getting ready for the game. Last thoughts, Bridge?
Oh, what can we say? I'm really looking forward to it. I know you guys are all looking forward to it. So to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly these Rangers fans in here on Rangers Radio, everybody up for the game. Keep it going for the Rangers. Just keep it going. Mollocate them.
Mollocate them 1-0, Bridge.
Any nothing will do me.
Any nothing, clean sheet. Important, mate, important. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Bridge, Pool Ranger, JFK, Fox, and of course, Old School Boy in the background. See you after the game. Take it away, Old School Boy.